This model kit review is of the Sukhoi 15, codenamed Flagon, and it's a 1/48 scale model by Trumpeter. And here are some of the dimensions, and hoping for some typical Trumpeter quality. Some details about the plane. There's another version that you can do with painting and decals. Nothing really there. And here are the two versions that you could build. Let's have a look inside. Get this box open. Got quite a number of sprues here. Here looks like part of our ejection seat. We've got our cockpit, some detail there. Here's the top part of the fuselage with our canopy holder and some extra body pieces. Looks like probably inside of the maybe wheel wells. We'll have to look and see. Two sprues in here. This one has our fuselage, which has got a fair amount of surface detail. These are all recessed panel lines and very well molded. We've got some rivet lines there too. Here we have our engine exhaust parts, also very well molded. Landing gear, looks like our radar. It's going to sit on top of that for the nose. And probably air brakes there. Here's the other part of the landing gear. And here's the other side. We have some wheels. Here's our canopy, fairly well molded. Here are our weapons. So we have pylons, and we have our missiles, other parts of the pylons here, and fuel tanks, and smaller weapons. These are all very well molded. Looks like we have two of the same sprue there. Here we have the exhaust area. As you can see, this is very nicely molded. A lot of detail there. We have our stabilizer elevator area. Here's our tail, all with some really good surface detail. Here's our air intake or airflow leading to the exhaust. And this last screw here, we have our wings. Also, again, some good surface detail there. Here we have our wheels, part of the landing gear. Here's our nose. And all these additional body parts, including the wheel well covers and flaps. We do have some detail here on the inside of the wheel well, not a tremendous amount though. Here are our decals, and those are fairly detailed. We also have our instrument panel there. And here are the instructions. There are the colors needed. And some fairly detailed instructions. We'll start off with the parts listing here. And then we will make the cockpit, nose gear, the air ducts, and then putting the fuselage together. Our air intakes go on, as well as the top of the cockpit. The exhausts are put together, and then the wings. Here's the other wing. And those are all installed onto the fuselage. Here's our tail and stabilizer, and then those are glued on. So look over here. Here's our landing gear. Those are all installed. And then our weapon systems with their respective pylons. And then the radar and nose with the canopy. So you could have it out like that. If you're going to have that detail, it kind of makes sense to have it open. And here's the painting and decal guide. So all in all, fair amount of detail. Decals are pretty good, and we've got recessed panel and rivet lines with some really good molding.